back, people. In today, we're going to film on Ollie Gordon, going over his value on third down. We know what he brings as a runner, the short yardage situations that can really help out the team. But I think an area that's kind of getting underrated right now is his ability as a receiver and a blocker on third down. Now, he's not going to go out there and like route people up, but he's got very reliable hands. He can be used in the screen game. He's got a great feel for like following and setting up his blocks. He's got good check down work with like his ability to flip his hips, shift his momentum right before the catch to, maximize his yak ability, which I think is a pretty underrated part of his game. Pretty good feel for that stuff. And then obviously, if he picks up momentum, he can, get those extra yards. But the receiving ability is pretty underrated, especially when you think on third down. He's just going to be like a check down option. Reliable hands is always very, very nice. As a bigger back, like I'm not expecting him to go out there and really route people up. But we already have that on the roster with what Achan can do. So having someone that can also go out there and then have really high level pass pro, like some really good pass pro reps. I do think he needs to find more consistency because he will have some dominant reps where like he absolutely bullies someone. But I do think there's times where like he needs to be better with his aiming points, the angles and stuff like that, dropping his eyes, his hands, and trying to take out the legs of people. So just finding more consistency, but his high level reps are clearly better than what the Dolphins have had as a pass protector in the run game. But then as a receiver, like never drops the ball. Really good job working off his blocks out in space on screens, and just really, really good job shifting his momentum. I feel like he's not going to make a ton of people miss. He's not like a super elusive guy. But I think for like a bigger back, it's definitely a nice added value that I just haven't seen people talk about a ton. Like here was like his big screenplay out here. Does a good job like selling that stuff initially. And then just like good footwork to get off the blocks, and then showing some burst in speed. This was back in, I think, the 2023 film. So when he was playing at a really high level, you can see it from this angle. Does a good job initially selling that. Get out there, good transition right here. You can see that first little cut. Like he does a really good job from like he's working like a 45-degree angle to transition and get downhill vertically, which is really nice and helps set up the block too. And then he presses up into this block, which allows this guy to get a better angle, and then is able to accelerate around past him, be a long strider, and pick up some nice yards after that catch. Once he was able to pick up top speed, pick up an extra 30 plus yards. Very, very nice. And that's a check down option. It's the little things, man. Like this might not seem like anything crazy, but one, he's scanning initially, see if anyone's coming linebacker wise. He's peeking, nothing's coming. So now he just leaks out of the backfield, and it's the little things. He understood, like he was reading. He understands this guy's probably the closest to him, and he has inside leverage. And being able to anticipate, he catches this ball. Basically, the ball is squared up on him. It's thrown inside the number, so he can pick which side he could shift his momentum to. And he's already shifting his momentum to the outside here. Anticipate where the defenders are coming from, even with his back to them, and get around and get upfield. Because in a lot of situations, guys don't have this feel. He either will just catch it and then slowly turn around, not anticipate before the catch, or he would turn the other way into that and gain nothing. But since he does that, it allows him to pick up literally an extra 10 yards on the play. That stuff's very little, and a lot of running backs are good at that, but it's something that I think can go as an underrated trait. Here, another check down. Good job flipping his hips at the catch point. I think this shows like good feel to catch the ball, because I think a lot of times running backs are getting check downs. It's a very basic, easy catch. But when this one's floated up and he has to flip his hips around the opposite direction and catch it on the move, it's not the easiest thing for some running backs. So catch it and then instantly turn into a threat, hurdle a guy, get into the end zone, just be an athlete. I think these last two, like the non-screen ones, are probably my favorite plays from him, because he has a lot of big screen plays, but I think the ones where he's just like out of the backfield, underrated plays as a receiver. And then vertical explosiveness. You can get him the ball out quickly too, pick up a nice 9 down in the flat. This is something you could see, I think, for him in Miami. Dolphins love to get the ball out quickly, and there's times where they just have their running back go out into the flat. You could even use him like seam real slide RPOs. He could be the slide guy. Here's another nice one where he's going out there. He gets a little bit of a chip, help out his offensive tackle, instantly get his head around, catch the ball, flip his hips. Is another example of him catching the ball and flipping his hips the opposite direction, and then getting upfield, dropping his shoulder into people, punishing a second level defender. Love seeing that, and because he absolutely bullies this guy. 19, he doesn't expect it. When he gets his pad level low, man, because I feel like more consistently when he's in short area situations when he really drops his pad level. But dropping your pad level like this out in space and just absolutely throwing that guy off him, and he did that around, I believe, he met him around probably like the 37, 38 yard line and ends up falling forward, around to the 43. So an extra 5-ish yards on that play. Little things. Here, picking up bullying, stuff like this. So just understand what you're doing up front. The offensive line slides to the right, so he knows he's going to have to peel back and find this linebacker that's coming in unblocked, and he doesn't wait. Like, he gets aggressive and meets him, and he just gets into him and puts him on his back. Really high-level reps. It's just I think he needs better technique, but he's clearly got the want to and physicality for this. Even this doesn't have the greatest technique. He kind of throws his head into the guy, but so better technique, but still, man, he has some bully reps out there. Here as a chip. I mean, this is a beautiful chip attacking that outside shoulder. Times it up perfectly as he's meeting the tackle and puts him on the ground. Just really, really nice. Here, isolated off the blitzing DB. Bring your body into him. Gets a little over the top like usual, but he's able to sustain and stick with it. Basically stonewall him. And I love the keeps to finish after the play there too. Here's another play. He chips, helps, make life easier on the tackle. Then get out into the flat, catch the ball into the end zone, make a, he's not like a first read check. He's like a late check down where he has to go and make a catch in the end zone, kind of falling away backwards. Not always super easy. Here's another play where he gets open down to the flat, flip your hips at the catch point. Not always comfortable for a lot of guys. He's got some nice fluidity, and he's able to then get up the field, transition, and get into the end zone, kind of walk in touchdown. Just some fun plays. Check down, catch the ball, get upfield. It's very simple, and this one's not super easy too, because he's obviously wide open, but his head is just turning around as the ball's released, and the ball's kind of really slow, so he has to kind of catch this one when it's up on him quicker than expected, catch it low, and then still turn pretty quickly into a yak threat to get upfield and pick up, an extra 15-ish yards there. Very, very nice work from Gordon. And then we get to see here, some of the work in the screen game, which nothing too crazy. I think, he gets a lot of space to work with, but he does a good job kind of setting up his blocks there, staying patient, because he has so much space instantly here. And a lot of guys will just instantly run to space, which would make sense, but with how he sees this, he was thinking about it, but once with this block played out, this guy is going to get to the outside, so he decides to cut this back up, which I like, which allows his guy to get back to balance and then get another block opportunity on him. It's the little things, little angles, because he could just run out to space here, but if he does, he's probably going to, get tackled. I like pressing this back up, allow your guy to come to balance, forces the DB to kind of hesitate too. He can't just come down and get hill on you. And then gets his offensive line back into position. He's able to get downhill. I think that's the process you want. It doesn't end up, maybe adding too many yards to the play, but it is the process you want. And then good field vision here. I mean, working off his blocks, catching this, he's kind of just reading what 67 is going to do and how this defender plays it. Once he sees inside leverage, he's being patient, little hesitation. Once he sees him attack inside, boom, get to the outside, then start to get a little patient again, feel this guy's flow, cut this back to the inside off of it, just making good, consistent reads in the screen game, even though they were fairly easy. Here's one he actually kind of got open versus man-to-man, but you can see the limitation. He gets open here, but he's running an angle route. You can see the difference. He doesn't have the hard cuts, the stab. Take some extra steps there than you probably want. He is open if the ball wants to go to him, but I would say at the NFL level, that's not his game. You would really want more Achane and even Jalen Wright in those situations. I know Wright's working on his pass game work, but that's kind of where I think he has some limitations. Maybe as a receiver is more of that route running ability versus man coverage, but you're not really going to ask him of that. But the check down ability is nice. He's got quality hands. Didn't really see any drops. Make good decisions out in space, kind of maximize yards when he knows he's not going to make anyone miss. Just get downhill and kind of work through contact there, pick up a few extra yards than you probably should have. Screen game, set up the block, really good work. Flipping the hips again at the catch point. Kind of press this outside initially, but stay patient, and then start to make this cut back to the inside, feeling this block coming. Stays tight to it, get back to the outside off the other block. It's just really, really nice work. Here he is on the... he does this a lot where he finds the guy and takes out their feet. There he does. I do like the hustle and effort here to do this from the backside. of where the blitz is coming from, and it just takes him out. I would like to see him square up people more consistently, but man, he has some really high level reps as a pass pro guy. It's just not always that consistent. Like there is some bad film there for sure too, but you can, I think, coach up his technique. The physical attributes are all there for sure. So if you guys are doing, like, comment and subscribe and